Hi there, my name is Mitch Anderson, and today I'm going to be going over my lesson that I designed for about middle school or high school age students. And the lesson is plotting points on a map and finding the direction in which you need to travel between those 2 points. As you can see, we've got here our map of Ponderosa State Park here in McCall, Idaho. The supplies that you're going to need are your map, obviously, a pencil, your protractor, and a compass. And obviously, you're going to need a couple points that you're going to be navigating to. The whole idea of this exercise is to navigate from a start point to a finish point within the state park, and then the students will get to their finish point, which is actually a historical marker that they'll be doing some research on. But anyway, right now we're just going to be plotting the points. So when we're plotting these points, we're using a UTM grid, which stands for Universal Transverse Mercator. It's just one of the many forms of land navigation. So when we're looking at our points, we've got the first point here, the first portion of 1 point. So this is all one point right here. So this first portion is our easting. You can see here it's measured in meters east. And then the second portion is our northing, which is measured in meters north. And so when we're looking at it, we're going to look at our first 3 digits of this first portion of our point, which is 572. So we're going to look at the grid lines on our map, and we can see here we've got 572. This is our grid line, so we know we're going to be along this grid line somewhere. And then we're going to look at our second portion of our point, which is 4976. So we're going to look at our other grid lines here running east to west. We're going to find 4976, which is right here, and we're just going to line those two up. And so we're going to start at the bottom left-hand corner, so we know that we're working within this grid square somewhere for this first point. And the way this kind of translates into a math lesson for the students is it's similar to plotting points on a graph, where this would be our x-axis and this would be our y-axis. And so we're going to look at the second portion of our points here. So we've got 572, 4976, so we're in the right grid square. And then we're going to use our protractor. We're going to line it up on the bottom left-hand corner, and we're going to be taking a measurement of, we're going to be going right and up. So we know we're going to go right 620 meters. So we're going to line it up with about the 6200 or 620 right there. And then we're going to be going up about 660 meters. So we'll go up 660, right about there. And right where those points intersect, that's going to be where we're going to plot our point. So right here. And that's right about where the start point is for this exercise. There's a small parking lot right there inside the state park. Now we're going to do the same thing when we're reading our second point. We're going to take 572 and 4977. 572, 4977. We're going to line up our protractor, and we're going to read it right and up. So we're going to go right 880 meters, 880, and we're going to go up 200 meters. So right about there. And then we'll go ahead and plot that point right there. Now, if we want to travel from this point to this point, we're going to get a straight line on our map. And we're going to take our compass, and we're going to go ahead and line it up with the line. Well, first we're going to go ahead and orient our map. So we're going to always have our map and line it up on the grid line here until we're lined up north. Right about there. So we know that our map is facing generally in the direction that we're going to be working with right now. So it's oriented with the way that it actually sits. And so now we're going to go ahead and line up our compass with our line of travel, with our direction. And now you can see here where our red arrow is, our north-facing arrow. And now we're just going to go ahead and adjust the red marker where the arrow sits so that it's sitting right underneath the north-facing arrow. And now, if you can see on our compass, it's going to give us a directional reading on which way we need to travel. So it looks like it's about 32 degrees. That's going to be our azimuth, or our direction that we're going to be traveling. You also need to take into account the difference between grid north and true north, because the lines on the Earth is obviously not in line with these grid lines. So I know from experience the declination for this area is 13 degrees east, which this compass is already set to, but a lot of compasses you need to take that into account when you're traveling. And then the next step would be figuring out our distance using the scale on the map, which is a whole different exercise on its own. We're just covering plotting points and direction for now, but that's basically how you do it. Hope everyone has a good day, and I hope you enjoyed my lesson. Thanks.